Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us once again on the Discipline Therapy Podcast with your two hosts, Suhey Sotomayor, and with me always, seven-time author, Mr. E.L. Discipline, who is getting ready as we speak.
Okay,
Our
cool.
future is looking bright, I see. Like that,
All
right?
right, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know you're fiends, and y'all know what that means. We're serving you your dose weekly of discipline therapy, where some things are free,
Not everything.
and other things that aren't free are on Patreon.com/the Discipline Therapy Podcast. However, what is free is judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and some liberty. That's why we're on Patreon. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and goddesses are great, and angel guides are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or my favorite roll of blunt, but make sure the children are in bed. Why? Because we have that soul food and sometimes vulgar conversation. Prepare your mind to be fed light. One up, inhale life and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
We're
We're here.
here. All right. And we're here with season 9, the season 9 finale, episode 100. Do men and women desire to be with more than one partner? And we have a special guest. I'm going to introduce her and then we'll let her come in. She's a very special guest. Born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Dr. Amy Alexander earned her PhD in counseling and supervision from, and please forgive me if I don't pronounce it correctly, Duquesne University. Her research interests focus on counseling diverse populations, transgenerational, historical, and cultural trauma in the Black community, as well as other community of color. Dr. Alexander has presented at national conferences such as the Association of the Study of African American Life and History and local universities on diversity, transferred trauma, and the importance of mental health treatment in minority communities. Dr. Alexander served as president of a local chapter of the NAACP and is a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Inc. She is also a contributing author of the books Counseling Ethics, Philosophical and Professional Foundations, and Trauma Counseling Theories and Interventions, second edition. She has won many awards, and in addition to being a school counselor, she established her consultation firm, Legacy Culturally Aware Advising and Consultant, as a way to educate and engage communities of color around mental health, trauma, and equity. Dr. Amy Alexander's dissertation, Examining the Legacy of Transgenerational Trauma and Its Effects on Contemporary African American Adults in Parenting and Caregiving Roles to African American Adolescents, has been viewed, downloaded, and referenced thousands of times, including in South Africa, Australia, Kenya, and several other countries. Her career spans the fields of mental health and education, as those worlds often overlap, affecting our personal and work lives and our ability to function healthily. All right. Dr. Amy Alexander, are you here?
I am here indeed.
All right. Well, it's an honor to have you on our show. You have
Well, thank you.
quite the background. Now, did I pronounce your college correctly?
It's called Duquesne University, and it
Duquesne.
is a French university from the French and Indian War. We have a lot of areas around the Pittsburgh, the city of Pittsburgh that are related to that era in history, and the French and the British have, a stronghold on some of our cities. We have the Duquesne Bridge, we have Duquesne University, we have a city of Duquesne. So, yes, it is Duquesne University. It's one of the top 10 Catholic colleges in the
I was
country.
going to say it's a Catholic college. All right, that's awesome. Good for you. Now, did you hear the topic when I read it off?
I did hear it.
All right, so we're going to get your thoughts on that. It's going to be fun.
It will be, and I'm excited about you all's insights on this topic as well.
All right. Okay, so
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you and Suhei kind of do a panel within yourselves, and answer only because my final thoughts are long, and the
And
re, the
it
re
ties it all in his final thoughts.
and the thing, and just to make it perfectly clear to the for the audience, we only do debates and panels with in studio guests because some guests can't remain for the whole entire show. That's one. Number two, we don't like to do 2, 3, 4 hour shows unless I put the timestamps in there where people could skip, because I know personally for me, I'm not gonna watch a 3, 4 hour show. People have things to do.
Hmm.
So that's another thing. We care about our audience and what they can sustain and what they can't sustain. Um, people have a short attention span, so you think about like how long can they really pay attention for something for so long? Maybe an
Hmm.
hour, 30 minutes. So that's another reason why we do it like this. So we're gonna ask these questions. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just your perspective, your opinions, and we're gonna go from there.
And you will always answer first because you're the guest, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good. Thank you both.
All right. So, do men and women desire to be with more than one partner? What do you think?
Well, as I was contemplating some of these talking points, I was thinking about the definition of a partner, right? Because that's essential in being able to answer some of the questions. And
Hmm.
some people see a partner. I think most of us uh, are kind of steeped in the Euro-based idea of what a partner is, like if it's a lifetime commitment. But I think that has to be defined by individuals, right?
Hmm.
Um, because of the following questions that are going to come about and how we define partner. So I think partner is someone we intend to at least spend some of our time on this earth with. Um,
Like
and I
quality
think
time?
like committed time,
Mm.
at least maybe not committed as we're speaking about, and that's another part of the question. Are we just talking about sexual partners? Are we talking about like financial partners? Are we talking about partners in raising children? I think all those things are very individual, but also going back to my background in trauma, I think they're also connected to how we've been socialized and who taught
Hmm.
us, who socialized us, right? So I think,
I agree.
clearly America is a Euro based, male centered um, society that is desiring to satisfy the male gaze. And in that regard, a partner is someone who you intend to share, parenting duties with, financial responsibilities with, a home with. So I would say there's also in many of this, a lot of this is centered around culture,
Hmm.
around our socialization, around religion, even right, and politics, and how
Definitely.
we've been, yeah, inundated with those things in our lives. How we see a partner, how we see being able to exist with more than one partner, and we have that built into our society in a lot of ways. If you want to say divorce and remarriage,
Hmm.
um, sharing that space with multiple partners. But I think that there honestly is no one answer to these questions, which makes them, in my mind, that much more interesting to
Yeah.
debate and talk about and hear each other on.
So what do you think?
Do I think it's a desire of women or men, or is there?
Both.
Or both.
I think it could be. I think we're so used to seeing people in monogamous relationships as being desired and valuable. Like even when I look at certain things like black love or this love or that love, like it's always centered around monogamous relationships. And I'm
Mm.
thinking, but maybe I get my intellectual stimulation from one being, and gender for me is not a defining thing. It
Mm.
is like I'm attracted to human beings and spirit and energy. So the gender doesn't necessarily define or guide how I feel about somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it depends. It's like every other part of humanity, and we try to shrink ourselves and fit ourselves into this very limited idea of what beauty or what relationships or what respectful or valuable relationships are. So society says yes, like that monogamous thing is more valued. And my opinion is that it's not. If you're
Okay.
polyamorous or polygamous or monogamous,
Mm-hmm.
that's your choice as an individual, not as a man, not as a woman, but as a human being. You get to make that choice.
Mm.
Um,
I agree. I
So
also believe
yeah,
that women would probably prefer to only have one partner, but I feel like if they feel their partner has more than one person in their lives, then they're going to want, another person in their life as well.
okay.
but is that desire of women because of socialization, because of what we've been told? Like a woman is more valuable if she's been with fewer men or wants that to be that partner to that one male. Because let's be real, when we talking about this situation, we're talking about women and men.
Mm-hmm.
And so that even is a result of what we were told we should think and feel about relationships and gender.
Okay.
Now, why would you think that somebody would want to have more than one partner?
Well, because like I said, and I'm 54. I've been married for 26 years. It'll be in December.
Oh,
Um,
congratulations.
and thank you. But through these experiences, I understand that one person, that might be even too much for one person to try to produce for another person. So if I have an outlet of what I can seek spiritual, connection with this one person or with this group of people, that I can't get from my, less defined as Eurocentric partner,
Mm-hmm.
then that makes me a better person. If I can get sexually satisfied or intellectually satisfied by others, what is the problem with that? And I think the problem is the way we've been told we should
Mm.
think and
Mm.
feel about those relationships.
No, no, I agree with that.
You're gonna find out what the problem is with that when I do my final thoughts. What gender will most likely engage in this or have more than one partner? Well, this is not something you could really answer because you gave like a kind of like a laundry list. So it's
Right.
not like a man or woman. So what do you think, Sue?
I think
Well,
men will most likely engage in this more than women. But
You were gonna say something, Amy?
I was going to say, in my reading up on relationships and how genders kind of see that, yes, we would think initially that men would be like, yes, 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 yes. I want multiple. I want this. I want that. However, often because it's perceived, and I think this is a reality, that women can more readily kind of collect lovers, sexual partners, a little bit more easily than men. That men actually might not prefer, and a lot of men that I've spoken to in as a professional, but also as in personal relationships, they don't like the idea of their woman being satisfied by another man sexually.
mm-hmm.
And I would dare even say that they don't like the idea of their woman being satisfied emotionally or intellectually by
Another
other
man.
men.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now when we change the gender of that other to a woman, men are a little bit more receptive.
Some
But they
men.
also understand, right, some men. But they also understand that they might have women being a little bit more choosy and picky about partners, um, even if they have the option to be out there freely, they're going to be a little bit more selective. Women are
Mm-hmm.
than men. So I think that actually women might be more open to non-monogamous relationships than people think, and possibly more to men because they know, like, I can talk to this man, but do I really want to spend time with him? Or,
Mm,
he shows interest, but is that really an option for me? Because
mm,
women, again, yes, we have more options, generally speaking, around sexual relationships, but we also are more picky around sexual relationships.
mm.
So when we're given the power without shame, I think women might be more open to it than is generally thought.
But then now,
And
do
she
you
said
think?
she said women are picky though.
Yeah, but now, do you think that women would be more open to have, a more relationships, let's say more partners, um, because especially like more this day and age, they'll have somebody pay a bill. Like, is that a reason why you think they might be open to having more than one partner?
That is an excellent question. And yes, I,
Thank you.
I do. I think some women are um, interested in financial polyamorous relationships, right? Because
Mm,
it ain't even all about sex. It's not even all
right.
about like comfort and somebody being there and understanding me. Some women are very practical. And in fact, I just was reading some of Jamel Hill's autobiography about her mom and how she made a practical, like, this man is a provider. He can take care of us. He can do this and he can do that. And so, because historically women have not been given the same um, opportunities as men in this country, yeah, we're gonna go for like, hey, you can give me me and my people health care. It might be
Mm,
as simple as that, or you can buy us the biggest house on. Or it just varies depending on one's lived experiences, right? But yeah, I think that's an option. I think men do that too.
mm.
I think men have been like, yeah, I'm gonna go get me a cougar or a this or a that, so I don't have to worry about these bills, whatever it
Right,
is that
right.
their
That they
heart
continue
desires. So
acting.
yeah,
Right, right. Now,
right.
do you feel like women are more likely to get along with other women, or men are more likely to get along with other men?
So being, at least in my experiences, men are more egocentric, more ego based. I think it would be real hard for men to have a conversation around like, yeah, does she, cook this for
Mhm.
you, or
Mhm.
how is it? That's not even talking about the sex part of it.
Right, right.
But I think women honestly would be more likely to get along because, hey, sis, you do what you do, and
Mhm.
I think often, again, in media, in social media, in our society, it's been portrayed that women are more maybe insecure or possessive. But I think that actually is that goes to the men. I think they are more possessive and less secure in who they are in a lot of ways, unless they have a lot of money or a lot of power in society.
Mm. Okay.
Um, okay. Do you believe women date up and men date down?
Well, and I'm sure you already know. I don't even buy into those things. Like, um,
It's your
I
perspective.
think this, right, and I think that like, what is up and down? Are we saying that this person is more valuable because they are physically more attractive or
No,
more
no.
educated or have more money or more
So
power?
so let me
Like, so
elaborate.
what does up and down mean?
Let me
Okay,
elaborate. Women are hypergamous by nature.
women are,
So
say that again.
women are hypergamous by nature. This is science and biology. Even in the
Okay.
animal kingdom, they practice this. So when we say up and down, if we want to use definitions, women are most likely to date a man perhaps taller than her, have more muscle density, possibly smarter than her so she can learn from, perhaps more confident if she's shy, status, economic status, maybe finances. Um, do men value the same things in women that women value in men?
So I'm gonna say no on that last question. I don't think men and women value the same things on the surface. I think as we go deeper, as we feel safe to go deeper, as we understand that somebody maybe accepts us in all of who we are and not just for our societal status, I think we value a lot of the same things.
Okay.
Um, and I'm gonna say, as far as the biology of every animal or type of living creature, our that might be biologically true, okay, but our perspective also guides how we see the results of or um, the impact of gender.
Hmm.
I think we can't escape that. I think we can't separate ourselves from how we've been told, and I cannot emphasize that enough, told to think and told to see people and society. And we've been told this by Europeans who founded this country, who have established the guidelines and the playing field of this nation, and how we are told to perceive things impacts how we uh, translate data,
Mm,
right?
I agree.
Women are this, or women are more likely. And yes, that very fact might be the truth, but who translates that, and why are women more likely, and why are men more likely? You know what I'm saying? I
Well,
think
they go.
there's so much more behind that than what we can possibly delve into,
Okay.
respecting listeners
Mm,
time and other things that they have in their lives going on.
Mm.
It's like an ongoing conversation, and I'm willing to understand and accept that I evolve moment by moment.
Okay.
mhm,
You know, I didn't have these same ideals or thoughts or perspectives even 5 years ago on a lot of stuff.
mhm.
Okay.
I agree.
Well, it's not just what we're told. They go through a series of tests and studies and.
Yes, but
Oh,
again, who makes up the test? Like, we have intelligence tests too. We have college entrance exams as well that many of my students are going to take and have taken, and they're based on your perspective. So somebody is saying this child or this young person is more likely to matriculate through a university program based on what we see as important. See, that's the thing. The perspective matters. Where this information originates and initiates matters,
Mm,
because it dictates how we see ourselves, most
okay.
importantly, right? So that's my perspective. And I understand there's science. Biology also told us a long time ago that the people from a European heritage were more intelligent. Their brains were bigger. You see what I'm saying? And that was all
mhm.
lies. So that
Yeah.
was based on the science of that time. And what
Mhm.
I'm saying is the science of this time needs to evolve and get with where we're at as human beings, you
Okay.
know?
Protect women's rights or lower gas prices and food and just the cost of living. You can only choose one.
That's that's the easiest question from this episode.
Right?
Protect women's rights.
Okay.
Protect women's rights.
Okay.
Protect women's rights.
Why do you wanna protect women's rights?
Women are the first teachers of, regardless of what culture you're in, usually speaking, because
We're the
they're
caregivers.
carrying a human, right, but we're also carrying that baby in our bodies. They hear what we say. They imbibe
Mhm.
our feelings, our thoughts, how we see ourselves, how we see the world, because we talking to ourselves. Even when we're not talking, we talking to
Mhm.
ourselves. These babies pick that up in uterine. So women being able to have a choice, an option, autonomy, agency in who we are and what we do with ourselves, our lives, our choices, that is important. It's immeasurably important in my mind. So protecting those rights, as opposed to, prices won't go up. No, it's economics, laissez-faire, as the French say, right? Let it
Mm.
do what it does. We don't. In America, we have the Fed and, those type of things. So we regulate,
Mm.
interest rates and different things like that. But if we let nature be what it is rather than what we think it should be or how we try to control it, uh, women women are of the utmost importance. And the idea that we get to say what happens to us is really, really important, not only for our daughters, but our sons as well. So that they grow up respecting that women are just as intelligent, that we don't have to, find a so-called partner that makes more money than us, that's taller than us, that's, all these kind of superficial things that reduce women to being kind of gold diggers, as society labels us, instead of equal partners who have other strengths and other things to offer in a relationship or in a partnership.
Got Sue really happy over here. Yeah, she can't stop grinning. Once this video comes out, you're gonna see.
No, I like what she has to say. I like what she says. It's and I agree with a lot of it, not all of it, but I do agree with a majority of what she says.
All right.
And I agree. I protect women's rights above the other ones, lower gas prices and food and cost of living.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being a guest and articulating your perspective.
Beautifully, I might add.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you all and your time, and that you do this. You
Thank
do it
you.
and you continue to do it. It's a blessing, and keep doing what y'all do. Keep shining.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully, we'll get to have you on the show another time.
Absolutely. I would love that. I'd be honored.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Now, can I
it.
tell you why I say protect women's rights?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't.
Because
okay. No, but
protect
I
her-
know why, because women pertain to rape, abortion, like child molestation, could be a family member. Other countries, it's like if a woman looks at a man wrong, she might get stoned. Muslim culture, they might not be able to. They're not supposed to look men in the eye. It's inviting. That's probably why, right?
I mean that, and so that a woman can choose to be whatever she wants to be. If she wants to be submissive, she can be submissive without other women, shooting her down.
Cool. So with that, you protect women's rights, lower gas prices, and very few food. So you're not gonna survive.
What do you
It's
mean?
not about, because the caller was saying this stuff is gonna go up. You have to choose one. You can change the outcome of these things. So if you say gas prices, it's like I'm a genie, and I say you have one wish. These are the three options, and you can change civilization with picking one of these things.
You didn't say that in the question.
No, but that's what I mean, because you see, well, I'm just saying the host was like, well, these things are gonna go up, so that's why it's easy.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? But if I do it like that's what I mean. Like you can only choose one, and you can change the outcome of choosing one. There's a scarcity of food because you don't choose food, and it's gonna go up. Inflation, gas prices is gonna go up. So you know what I'm saying? You're gonna choose women's rights and all that, and sisterhood and girl code. Great, but you're gonna die soon. You're not gonna survive. So that's what I mean. Like, all right, so let's go up.
I'm gonna survive because my woman's right is to, get with a very strong man that has money that's gonna give me my food.
Oh, so you do
No
believe
way.
okay, so you believe in hypergamy.
Yeah.
Okay. So do they desire this? You said yes. Why?
Why do they desire it? Because the other person because the other person has other partners, and two, just in case the other person might leave
So
them.
you could read all your answers, and then I'll go through my final thoughts.
Oh, are women more likely to get along with women? Yes. Have we seen two women and one man, or one man and three women?
Yeah, have we seen that? And if we've seen it, has it been successful? Whether it's behind the scenes, in public, in television shows,
I think
books.
we've seen more men with multiple women.
Why?
More often than women with multiple men.
Why? Is it because of superficialities, like Amy said? The hypergamy.
I mean, that could be one of the reasons, but I just feel like we see more of the man with multiple women. I mean, we see that all the time, whether women want to admit it or not. Some women are, like you said before on the show, they are sharing their boyfriends or husbands with another woman and not even they're not even
They're in denial.
exactly,
They're
or they might be the type to, I don't care what he does, he comes back home to me at the end of the day.
because she's practicing hypergamy. He could be financially supporting
Yep.
her, rich perhaps, and it's like, as long as you keep the roof over my head, my children, our children are fed, and there's no problems with the kids, I'm gonna take care of home. Do your thing. Make sure you wear a condom. Make sure you don't get caught with a chick in public, because she could sue, say she raped, and they'll take their word or whatever. There's conversations that are like this that happen. Professional athletes. I said this in episode 42. 100% faithful or pay all the bills. What was that, season 4? Yes. So it's probably happened. Conversations like this are happening in real life. So yes, that is a possibility. So we've seen 2 or 3 women with 1 man. We have never really seen 1 woman with 3 men. And if we have, one or two things happen. My accent kicked in. 2 things happen. If those men are lower than her, because I believe women are hypergamous by nature, lower than her, whether it's status, financial, could be physical, whatever it is, right? Not as intellectual, not as successful, not as ambitious. It lasts because now they're considered beta. They're considered more submissive men, and she's the alpha. Now, if a woman is alpha and she gets with 2 alphas, that's not gonna work, because didn't you agree? I think you both agreed. Is it likely that men will get along? Women are
You said
social.
no.
No, women are social creatures, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I've seen.
Sometimes I think it's phony though, but yes, for the most
Okay,
part.
I've seen in person. I'm in the line supermarket. I'm
Mm-hmm.
shopping for my house. Women are talking amongst themselves. Are you guys twins? One time I said that. Are you twins? No, we just met.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not likely to do that. I said this at the workshop. I
Mm-hmm.
see a dude, we kind of vibe. Okay, I like his style. Head nod. No,
Yeah.
non-verbal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shoes, all right, cool. Head nod. Keep doing your thing, brother. Might do something like this.
Mm.
I'm in and out like a bank job.
Mm.
But women, oh, those nice shoes. Oh, your nails. I love those lashes. I'm trying to do the same. What social creatures.
Definitely.
So, who are most likely to get along? 2 women or 2 men?
2
2
women.
women. So if a man has 2 women, they might likely to get along. And now you got a, what do they call it? Throuple.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be a struggle for a woman to do that. She's gonna have to hide it.
If she has more than 1 man,
Yes.
I feel like they
Unle
don't want to.
unless those guys have side pieces.
Right. But I feel like a woman wants to put all her energy into 1 man. The reason
Now,
why they would get another man is because the one that they want to put all their energy in
yes.
has other women.
Now, this is science and biology. If a woman can be possessive and territorial, she's highly in her masculine. There's no really debate about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about, I could have multiple partners. She's highly in her masculine. It's not really what they tell us to be. It's because women are emotional by nature, so they pair bond. So if a woman can have more than 1 man and all over the place, she's not pair bonding.
Mm.
She's not pair bonding. I mean, and we can say almost, if she's using these guys for different resources and different levels, we could kind of say she's an opportunist, because it hasn't been done in history how women are. I mean, can women get pregnant or men?
Women get pregnant.
Okay, so you think about it, women are not built. It doesn't matter what they told us. Science and biology, women are not built like that. Men are. That's why the gods and the goddesses created us like this.
Mm.
Men are built to be polyamorous in a way, to spread their seed. Men are very important. Men are needed. You know what I'm saying? Because
I think
without that,
we're both needed.
yes, we are. We are. But without man, you cannot bear that child to mold it and stuff, to get to that level to teach and all that, because everything was created by man. So if you're able to teach, you know what I'm saying, it's because you were able to utilize something or be in a building or whatever it is or have people to teach with because of a man. Yeah, you roll your eyes.
I
But
didn't. I look at the camera.
now, how often do we see one woman with multiple baby daddies?
I know a couple of women who have multiple baby daddies.
Okay. We
And
don't
I
see
see a
that.
lot of men that have multiple baby mamas.
Okay.
So to me, it's like equal. Maybe more
do
men.
do we know many baby mothers and one man? Do we
A
see
guy
that
with a lot of
often?
baby moms, you mean?
Yes. Do we see that often?
I mean, yes, we do see that.
Yes. Me personally, from my observation, whether it's film, whatever, personal
Mhm.
life, whatever, I've seen more men who is one man and multiple baby mothers and more kids. I've seen women. I'm not gonna
Regular
say.
people,
I'm not gonna
because
say. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna because I've seen it all. Celebrities.
that's what I'm saying.
I had.
Kids left and right with
Listen,
different men.
I'm not gonna mention his name. Went to high school with him. He has 9 kids. So 7 different mothers. So here's the thing. I'm not saying I haven't seen women with multiple baby fathers. I have. I've talked to women in the past. Oh, I got 2 baby daddies, 3 kids, 3 baby daddies, 4 kids. I've seen
We
it.
see who we see
I've
more
heard
of.
it. But who have I seen more? Men.
Men. Yeah,
100%.
100%. Yeah.
Do women not often engage in multiple partners thing due to most of them enjoying rough sex?
What?
Do they not want to do the multiple partners thing? Like, let's say she had more than one sexual partner.
Okay.
Okay. Do they not do it because of raw sex? Or is it too overwhelming trying to focus on many partners at a time? Which one do you
I
believe?
think it's because they have a hard time with multiple partners in regards to showing equal amounts of feelings for both, or depending
Okay.
on what each man is providing.
Okay. So if a woman is not building emotional attachment with a man, I believe she's highly in her masculine and she's suppressing their emotions. Do you agree or disagree?
100% I agree.
Okay. So what do I believe here? I believe women are, I'm not want to say women, I don't want to generalize. Most women, are doing both, but what is it more? Is it too overwhelming trying to focus on um too many partners at a time? Too much pressure? Gotta please everybody, give them an amount of time, possibly provide? Is it that, or is it the raw sex? Which one is it more? For me personally, the raw sex. Because I believe different levels of cheating. Remember, a woman building an emotional attachment while she has somebody else, to my belief, is cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would not force her to engage sexually as well? Possibly that, because I believe when women get in relationships, they like raw sex more than condom dick. Ain't no one falling in love with condom dick. My perspectives. So, in a way, it's like when women say they don't want to share their man, they're talking about the dick. A guy that's high status, dominant, and alpha, whatever, you're sharing him on social media, ideas, business. We said this already. You're sharing him. So it's the dick, really. And because I don't want to share my dick, he's in me raw. And that's special. When he cheats, it's like, that's crazy to me when he cheats. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm thinking, did he fuck her raw too? He's going to bring something to me. Because there's more diseases in women than there are men. I'm going to talk about it. So in a way, it's like women, in my opinion, like the raw sex. That's what would keep them there. Now, raw sex is going to build an emotional attachment. And if she's coming, yes. Condom dick might not. You got to be a special type of man to make it come with condom dick.
I also think that's
You-
experience, though, because younger girls, that's all they know is condom dick. Younger, I'm talking
Mm,
about younger girls like my
well,
daughter's age.
okay. Your daughter, not younger girls.
I said my daughter's age. That
Yes,
age.
but not younger girls. Because when I say modern younger girls, these chicks are on birth control taking the shot, so they could probably do that.
Mm.
So now, do you believe men give their all or women give their all pertaining to a relationship?
Men give their all taking care of, like, the relationship and what's in the relationship, like financially, like providing. and women give their all emotionally.
Okay. So I believe men don't give their all. Women do. That's part of submitting.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, and I said this in I think the season premiere of episode season 3, episode 21, when she's on her menstruation and she doesn't want to give it up. Can you have another? Not verbatim, ladies and gentlemen, but go back.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 21, season 3 premiere. I think I said this. I think I said I'm not giving a woman my all because she's never fucking me. So I'm never saying cuerpo es tuyo. Never. My body is yours. I'm never saying that. Most women have told me. So they're giving me their body. The most you might have is my heart. I'm not thinking about you every day because I'm thinking about money. Even if I bust a nut, I'm back to money because I gotta provide. So you might not have my mind 100%. My emotions you might get because that's a privilege, and other women are not. My heart you might get. But I'm not giving you my body, I'm not giving you my mind, I'm not giving all. Where a woman is more inclined to giving all, especially if she feels like she's getting everything from that man. Good sex, and he makes me come. Damn, he eats pussy too. He provider, teacher, leader, dominant, decision maker. Solutions when I'm crying and I come to him for solutions and he calms me down. Probably, hey, come here, hugs me hard, or listen, stop crying. We got to figure out a solution. He does that for me. He builds a safe space for me to articulate. And by me being in a comfort, my femininity can thrive. That divine masculine. He brings all that. She don't see eyes for nobody else. And by doing that, she's inclined to submitting. Synonymous, equivalent, correlation, translation, giving her all. Now, if the answer is yes, so I believe, would that say that women would do a terrible job with more than one partner and also having to provide for both, protect both, and be present in every way, mentally, emotionally, physically, sexually, for both?
Okay, so I misread my thing. They will. This is the answer that I answered before. They might have a hard time with multiple partners, like I said before, but she won't have to protect or provide for them. The only thing she has to do would be share her feelings, which is going to be hard for her to do, right? Because she's going to see who's going to provide for her more, who's going to give her what she's needing more. But at the end of the day, she's not going to worry about whether she has to provide for them or protect them or take care of them.
May I give you a scenario?
Okay.
Yeah or no?
Yeah.
One woman, she's the alpha. 2 men, let's say they're submissive to her. So she's the head bitch.
I can't answer the question.
No, this is the scenario. They're having a verbal altercation. Now with men,
all 3 of them?
Just the 2 guys.
Oh, okay.
With men, 1 or 2 things can happen. What are those 1 or 2 things? If you don't know, I'll tell you.
They get into a fight?
Yes, physical. With women, you don't know. It could just be a yelling contest.
Could be.
It's also with women and men battling, you don't know. But if it's 2 men and they're raising their voice or whatever, the possibility to be like, yo, this guy's ready to throw down right now. I got to get in my stance because he might come after me. That's a possibility. That's like almost accurate.
Okay.
Now, let's say that happens. She tries to break it up. She's
gonna get punched in the face.
Yes. She cannot protect them from themselves.
No.
She cannot protect the situation. She cannot bring things down. So I don't care if those guys are beta males and they're submissive. Testosterone now kicks in. And now she might try to get in. No, stop. Da, 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 da. A punch is thrown prior to her getting in the middle. She gets fucked up now. And now they're both like, oh shit. They're looking at each other like, that's our queen. They run to her. She's at risk. She cannot de-escalate the situation no matter what it is. I don't even care if she was a dominant, butch-looking type chick. She got bigger muscles than me. I don't care. And she got to take performance enhancement drugs to be bigger than me. I'll tell you that right now. You see what I'm saying? Because science and biology, you know what it is. So Do you believe two alpha males and one woman can work in an intimate polygamy or polyamorous relationship?
No.
I probably just answered it. Do women date up and men date down?
Where are you? You skipped. If most women, not all, don't yearn to share their men, why are they? Do
Okay.
women date up and men date down?
Wait,
Yes.
let's go to that then. If most women, because I thought I answered that. If most women, not all, don't yearn to share their man, why are they?
Oh, okay. Well, I wrote some might not know that they're sharing their man. Some might know, but have that what I don't know won't hurt me, and what I don't see doesn't matter.
Now, why would she, in some women's mind, because I want to speak for them, let me put my head brain in their brain. Now I'm thinking like them, right? Now, some might say, why would she settle? She's settling. Why would she settle for that? She's settling.
He's giving her something that she likes.
Yes.
You can't
Provider aspect, right?
Exactly.
So it's something there that's keeping her there, or I believe status and
It's something.
other chicks want him. I put years in. I put years in. Fuck them. They ain't put in the time. I'm not letting him go that easy.
Yeah.
Could be status. He's desirable.
It could be nothing. It could be nothing. I've known women who I say to myself, why is she still with him? Because he's not a great provider. Other women don't want him, and it's like a mystery. So it's something that these men are doing that is keeping these women around, whatever it is.
Okay. Men change women. Men, this is how powerful men are. I'm not saying women aren't powerful. So the feminists could calm down. Women are powerful, but men are powerful. This is how they're powerful. Men transform women for the better or worse, for themselves and other men. That's what they do. Yep. Divine masculine men elevate and change women for the better. Toxic males change them for the worse. Yep. So, being that said, with that, women are inclined to get not just giving their all, men lead, women follow. So in a way, it's like, yo, I built something with him. Like you were talking about the scenario. Oh, he's not desirable. This is like, what is he doing? She built an identity now. It's different because men don't give their all. He's not really building an identity in that dynamic like she is.
Some women stay because of their ego.
Yes. And it could be other things involved. Yeah. Kids, finances. We're together for a long time. Yeah. So do women date up and men date down? Yes. Now, if we break it down in more of an elaboration, hypergamy. Now, it's not even that. Let's talk sexual. Because we've seen this publicly too. There's a lot of men look at women, oh, that's just a hoe. Put a bag over her head. She got a nice ass. That's just a hoe. Dudes have told me that. No, the face matters. So it's like this is the thing. Oh, it's just a hoe. So he will fuck a Shrek and have a dime piece with him because it's pussy. It's like taking a piss. I'm horny. I have high levels of testosterone, more than women, and we need to release. So it's like she not giving me sex. She's giving me silent treatment. She's keeping the pussy hostage. I'm gravitating towards it. It's available to me. So he would fuck a Shrek dating down. A rich man can date a woman in McDonald's. Yeah. She's not even a McDonald's manager. She's a cashier. She looks good. Might be youth.
No wrong cashiers.
Right? Women in general are not doing that. No. Let me stop. Most women. I don't want to generalize. Because let's say she's already a CEO and he's like he's a bus driver. He's construction workers make a lot of money. I'm not gonna say that. He's maybe he works in the produce section in Walmart or something. Yeah. And she's a CEO. She's looking at it like, okay, I'll fuck with him because I don't need his money. I really don't care about his height. He's a little bit taller than me. But he brings other values to the table that don't coincide with money that I need as a woman pertaining to me. That's why I don't want to say every woman. But most women are gonna date up. It might not even be social economic. It might not be financial status. Women making their own now is more empowerment than it's ever been. It might not even be that, but it might be his status in the community. It might be the way other people submit to him, possibly. It might be he's desirable, because that could be status as well. It might be he's a handyman and I'm not. He's smarter than me and I can learn from him. More ambitious. He's a hustler and I need that. I'm lazy. He's confident. I'm shy. Just like I said with the caller. So women date up. You know what I'm saying? Men don't. They don't. Like a woman's status, money, like what you've done, accolades. It doesn't care for a lot of men. You're smart, he doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm excluded. A woman's mind can arouse me. You understand what I'm saying? But we could have intellectual conversations. But a man might not care because he's thinking, yo, I'm gonna be the provider in this dynamic. She can stay at home and just cook and clean. Keep the pussy ready for when I get home. Take care of the kids and whatever. You don't need to be smart. You don't need to have your own money. You don't need to be like, I do everything myself. I know it all. Who cares? Because I'm the one that's gonna be the dominant one in the dynamic. Some men like that have this status or level, they might think like this. If women are designed to desire alphas, my beliefs, you look at science and biology, traditional dominant men, then why are beta males still relevant?
Because unhealed women will think whatever the beta male is offering is legit.
Okay. Now, this is why the beta male is relevant. Probably a couple of things. One, there's not a lot in alpha males. So I want to clarify, because people throw this word out there like they think they know what it is. I've been talking about this since 2014. So I want to clarify. Gentleman is synonymous with an alpha male. Turn the volume up and get your notebooks out, because I'm going to teach you something. This is not subjective. This is not just my opinion. Alpha males are gentlemen. They are synonymous. Chivalry is an alpha male trait. So what people portray as alpha males, oh, they're this, they're that, they are abusive. No, those are not alpha males. Those are toxic males. Those are not alpha men nor dominant men. And these are not my opinions. These are facts. So that's number one. Number two, there's a handful of men out here in this world like that, because a lot of the other men broke away from that. How did they break away? Well, testosterone levels have been lower since 1981. I said this in the Discipline Therapy Talk episode. Do you remember? Probably not. Before Discipline Therapy Talk was on Patreon visual, I said this. This was like 2020. I said it when I started doing it. Testosterone levels drops, the food that they're eating, technology, what they're absorbing, other people shaming them, saying being dominant is controlling and toxic. They stray away from it. They think being the nice guy nowadays and the beta male is what's gonna get them success, especially with women. That's why we see more thirsty men in this world than anything. So that's why this is why they're relevant. So if you're a woman and you have 5 beta males pandering to you and whatever, or I'll do whatever you want, be submissive to you, and you have 2 guys who have standards and they're like, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna provide this, that. But these things come with conditions. I have certain standards. They're gonna be like, why am I gonna do that when I got these guys that are getting me mad in their quote unquote freedom and independence? By you doing that, you don't get the protection, you don't get the love, you don't feel secure. See, a woman that enters a relationship that's equal, that's a defense mechanism. That's not secure in the man that you chose, right or wrong.
That's right.
Yeah. Because in the reality is, if you have to go equal with a man that you want to be the man, clearly in the dynamic, that comes from a space of fear. That stems from fear, childhood trauma, whatever you want to call it. That stems from that lack of therapy. Yeah, that stems from that. All of that is included in there. So why are these guys relevant? Because society, because feminism, because what even the caller said, what we're told how to be. Remember, there's always terms and there's always an ideology and there's always verbiage about make sure you treat women like queens. I never hear this ever, never heard it before, of women saying this how you need to treat men. All men are kings. No, I always hear all women are queens. Treat them like that. You understand? So these men are falling into the trap. That's why they're existing. The world is trying so hard to eradicate the alpha traditional dominant men. Protect women's rights, lower gas prices. I know what you did. Shit, I can't pick.
You have to pick. It's your rule. You have to pick one. It's
This
your
was for
rule.
y'all.
It's your
This
rule.
was for y'all.
It's on here for everybody. Only choose one.
Probably the cost of living. Women's rights don't really affect me or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So you have any final thoughts?
No.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he a thick." That's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, the ancestors, gods, and goddesses are about to take over. So, buckle your seatbelts. Here we go. There's more women in this world than men. That's one. Second, most women today aren't attracted to the typical man. That's second. Third, 20% of men have access to 80% of women. How? Via social media, dating apps. More women are typically in workplaces now. This excludes warehouse, intense manual or physical labor, etc. Men that elevate to the top percent or 20% of men are the ones women are stalking more, dating more, chasing more, crying for, breaking their personal rules for, having sex with more. You need to rewind that because I'm not going to reiterate. The rest of the men are invisible. Most women are either sleeping with or talking to or engaging in whatever capacity with the same men. Now, as far as a man stimulating a woman's mind, that's also a handful. Not just the same type of man, the same man or men. There's not enough of these elite, unique men to go around. Therefore, they are always end up being shared by most women. Either it's known or just like you said, Suhei, it's not known or they're delusional pertaining to the women. Another thing is women like engaging in sexual intercourse raw. Now, I believe men don't care. You want to fuck with a condom? We don't, as long as I'm getting it. Because we don't get it like that. Y'all could get it. Y'all could be celibate by choice. But men are involuntary, kind of like what they say in this modern era, incels. They're involuntary because they have no choice. This keeps them in check, I believe, from jumping dick to dick to dick. Pay attention. Studies and research have shown that women are also biologically more vulnerable to STDs than men. Rewind that, because I won't reiterate. Why? Because they are more susceptible to STDs during sexual intercourse. Now, I'm not saying mental intercourse. Obviously, I'm not saying emotional intercourse. You gave her an eargasm. She loves your voice. You gave her a mindgasm. You know how to your words. She's coming to your words, your mind. I'm being specific. The penis inside the vaginal hole. Because the vaginal surface is larger and more vulnerable to sexual secretions than the primarily skin-covered penis. People don't believe me. They could research on their own. And if you have a problem and you want to text, DM me or whatever it is, what I say was wrong, I'll send you the link personally. Women can get pregnant as well. Men can't. Younger women must protect and preserve their fertility value. I'm sorry. If a woman is a nymphomaniac and fucking every day or on a weekly basis, if she's not pregnant, she's either using condoms, she's either on IUDs, birth control, and men can have sex with or without condoms. Most of us don't care, just like I said, as long as they're getting it.
I'm just gonna say that I don't buy that one, but continue.
Okay. Sex is more of a mental and emotional thing and connection for women than it is for most men. Now, for the men that are doing that without the condom, and yeah, obviously it feels better without the condom, but who's responsible?
Both.
Women, okay. We episode 47, they need to go back. Sex without condoms. Women are more responsible because if women give access to sex and she's like, yo, I don't know where you've been or whatever it is, you can get no tests or whatever it is, you do this, where's your condom? That should be her way of protecting herself and asking him. And she'd be like, oh shit, she's a serious woman or whatever. All right, cool. But yo, man, listen, most women ain't doing that. Most women are with men that they're not even interested in it. They have to be inebriated, wine, they got to be high to get it through with it. They're not into it. They're into the sexual act. They're not into the man that they're with. So they're already not thinking clearly. So they're just gonna be whatever. You want to even put it in the booty hole? Put it there. Because at that moment, she wants to be submissive. She don't want to be aggressive and dominant. She might be like that outside the bedroom. BDSM life, they might have a top and bottom relationship. The door opens in the bedroom, that's where the power exchange takes place, and that's where it stays. The moment it opens, she could be running the relationship. But in that moment, she don't want to say shit. So in that moment, she's just letting him do whatever. He wants to go raw or not. It's his prerogative. I'll take the blue pill, whatever they call it. Plan B, tomorrow or later. I'll be on birth control or whatever it is. That's the decision she'll make. Because at the end of the day, she still wants to fuck. You see what I'm saying? So that's number one. Number two, sex is more mental and an emotional thing, and a connection for women than it is for men. So reality is, it's not about what they told us and this and that, and we got to go against the grain. You cannot fight yourself, your identity. You cannot fight DNA and science. Why is it that there's so much breakups going on, divorces? Women are walking out, not just lack of sex and all this other stuff. The main thing, top of the list, infidelity on the man's part. Never talk about the women, but on the man's part. Why are so many men doing like cheating on good-looking women? You want me to tell you? Because they're having a difficulty of fighting ancestry. They're having a difficulty of fighting science and biology.
Who, the women?
The men. Men are born polyamorous. What did I say? Episode 4, season 1. Men are having a difficulty of fighting their nature.
Gotcha.
You understand? They lie to themselves. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You could be out with your girl, put your hand around her. Oh, I only see eyes for you, baby. The author, I got the brush. I'm gonna paint the perfect picture. Oh, I only see eyes for you, baby. I love you so much. A nice ass walks by and he looks. He's trying to fight nature, but he believes like he's lowering his standard because it's like, yo, if I love her, this how I'm supposed to be because that's what she wants.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So the reality is women aren't built like that. Yeah, they could do it, but they're not gonna be able to do it because now they're fighting their core energy, they're fighting science, and they're fighting biology. A feminine woman, we're not talking about masculine. We're talking about a feminine woman who's in tune with her femininity is gonna want to build an emotional attachment with the guy that she's engaging with. This is why a lot of women don't cheat right away. They build a backup. Men don't build backups. He's just like, yo, I'm going to the club tonight to get some pussy. I'll meet somebody tonight and take him home. Women don't do that. They're gonna be like, I want to talk to a guy today. I can't just take him home. I gotta know shit. Does he have diseases? Has he been arrested? Got baby mothers that's gonna put me at risk? Niggas ain't asking women these questions. They just thinking with their dick. Women don't think with their pussy. If women think with their pussy, it's because they're highly in their masculine. Huh? That's a fact. So women are not built to be like this by nature. Majority of women, when they know that that's their man, they have sex with him without condoms. And that's one of the reasons younger women get on birth control. Some get on it to regulate their period. I said this already, episode 47. Go back. Some get on it to regulate their period. Some get on it to fuck all the time. Maybe it's neither. They test their luck with the pull out method game with the guy. Oh, I'll pull out. Many have failed that game. And the men have failed the pull out, which is another reason and the byproduct of single mothers today. Especially in lower income, high crime communities, Black, Hispanic, people of color. Trauma, man, trauma. These conversations are required to be had today in society and the community. Most platforms and networks are sensitive to these topics, but these topics are well needed. Women can't juggle two men at a time or 3 or 4 because decisions overwhelm them. We ain't talking about women that's highly in the masculine, but I guarantee you, women that are highly in the masculine struggle too. Why? Because now they're fighting their core nature. A lot of people don't want to hear this, but this is a fact. They could try to debate all they want, but science and biology fights that. That's why I'm born with a dick and you're born with a pussy. If we were supposed to be equal, I would be born with a pussy too. And I would be able to breed children. Or you would be born with a dick. Imagine you wake up as a man tomorrow. What would you do?
I would love it.
You would try to fuck everything you see,
No,
right?
my first thing would do, I would pee standing up. Baby.
If a lot of women turn into men tomorrow, they would be worse than modern men today.
Yes.
Yeah.
First thing they would do is pee standing up, though.
So being responsible for more than one person requires a decision, a strong mindset, strong emotional intelligence, or a strong leader, emotional leader. It requires great communication skills, resiliency, having great ability to multitask, give equally, and all of this creates extreme stress for women, and it's risky as well. You have to understand this. It's not, in a way, it's a scapegoat when you say that you could get all these different people because you're, at the end of the day, you're using them. When a man gets into poly with a woman, like the caller said, it doesn't always have to be it doesn't always have to be sexual or physical. He's providing something to those women. And those women are leaning on him for something. It's not the same for women. Why? Because I'll answer for you. Women are not born to provide. What a woman is going to do, she's going to use, extract resources because that's the feminine. The feminine receives everything. The masculine penetrates. The masculine's the hunter. The feminine attracts. She kind of takes. He gives.
We're gatherers.
Yes. So it doesn't work for women. That's why. And this is not something that we were told. This is you trying to fight your nature. So this is not just extreme stress for women. It's risky. Why is it risky? I love to teach. This is what I do. And I love to explain. So I'll explain. Safety aspect. We talk about the scenario with the two beta males fighting, right?
Mhm.
Even though they're beta males, they still have high levels of testosterone.
More than her.
More than her. Risky. Women care more about being secure and safe around the opposite sex than men do. Episode 98. Do you remember what episode 98 was? Her need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The caller even said safety is being safe. Maybe it's not verbatim. I'll paraphrase. Being safe means more to me.
Mm.
And I think you said the same thing.
Yes.
Men don't give a damn about being safe. So women care more about feeling secure and safe around the opposite sex than men do. Why? To articulate so you don't be judged, to verbalize, to come to you crying, to come to you, loan me your strength, please. That's why. Because when the feminine is comfortable, that's when her submission will thrive. Men are more territorial and possessive, and women are not. Unless, like I said, they're highly in their masculine or a masculine woman. Women are inclined to giving their all more than men. And when they have a partner, they do that or at least try to. Because women are just caregivers by nature. Now, this is especially if she's getting everything that's inspiring her happiness and receiving everything she needs in that relationship. A man can be happy in getting everything in that relationship and he will still connect with another woman or two. Men are born polyamorous. And I've said this since season 1, episode 4, monogamy versus polygamy. Women are not born polyamorous. It's common for men to spread their seed. It's not saying it's right, but it is what it is. Women can't spread their seed. We don't have to like this, but there's a double standard placed by the gods and the ancient ancestors, physically, biologically, statistically, for a reason. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Men create life. Women carry it and mold it. Men conquer and create revolutions, and women are supporters and helpers. Men go to war, and women don't want to. They want to avoid risk as much as possible. Women seek men for survival. Men do not seek women for survival and a provider. Women are the vehicle. Men are the engine, pistons, valves, cool air intake, air filters, exhaust, brake pads, and calipers, motor, steering wheel. Changing your oil every 3,000 to 4,000 miles. The man is the AC compressor, responsible for the air conditioning and heat, which is the female. Get it? It's not a he's better or she better or whatever it is. We need each other, but the man is more prominent. Okay, we can both be important, but he's more. Why? Because just like in the game of chess, I've been saying this in season 1, the queen moves in ways the king can't. That's why she's needed. But the king is the most prominent. Why? Because if the king is captured, the game is over. It's going to be very hard for you to win. So when society, indoctrination of feminism and all this has taken the man out of the household, if you don't pay child support, you're in jail. The woman is now at risk. It's hard for her to win the game. Burglar, we could even go more in depth. Burglar comes in. She goes out without a man. So you can make a woman hot or cold with you. Turn her on and off. The man provides so the woman can function at her optimal level, which is femininity. Men are the body, women are the rib and organs. And that could be subjective based off the Holy Quran or the
Bible.
Bible. Muslims, Islamic, or Christianity could be subjective. Men decide, women accept. Men provide, women nurture. Men dominate, women submit. Men lead, women follow. Complementary opposites like yin and yang, unequal of two halves, and when come together, make a whole. Men penetrate like sex, and women are open to receive and are the receptors, masculine and feminine. Even if women were to be with more than one partner, it wouldn't last. If one is providing more than the other, or makes her feel more than the other, she gravitates towards more. Men are different. This is ancestry. This is life. Gender roles are very present today, even though we lie to ourselves and say otherwise. A man's not going to gravitate towards you and love you more because you're providing more. It's not in his nature. That's why a woman can say, I gave my all. I gave my all. Even my car when he had no license. And he still cheated or did me dirty. You see? If I'm giving a woman her all, she gonna think twice about cheating on me. She gonna battle with her conscience. She's gonna feel guilty. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm not giving her permission to do that. She's gonna feel guilty. You know what I'm saying? The man is gonna lie. Baby, I only got eyes for you. I'll change. I'll stop flirting. I'll stop cheating. I promise you. He'll make it last for a month. He'll make it last for a month. Then he'll go back to his true nature. Right or wrong?
100% right.
So, like I said, gender roles are very much present, even though we want to lie to ourselves and say otherwise. And this is the last thing, but not least. These people are hearing me talk a lot today, but it is the season finale. So I'm going to give them all of it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we didn't mention this, but we got a part 2 of the season finale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next week. Last but not least, the more partners a woman accumulates, the less likely she is to be happy in relationships. And this is not me talking. This is research and studies. Go to Cambridge College, Princeton University, look up these things. A woman that accumulates more bodies is less likely to be happy in her relationship. And if she was to accept marriage from a man, because I don't believe women choose their husbands, they just say I do or I don't. They don't claim or control relationships or commitment. If she accepts marriage, divorce rate is likely high for her. This is what studies and research have shown. What are the results or the risks linked to women being promiscuous? Promiscuity for women can be linked to a plethora of things such as emotional trauma, inability to pair bond, sexual abused, sexual trauma, especially with the wrong man because she didn't vet him enough. Or he was wearing a mask. He was really good and she just couldn't pick up on it. Emotionally damaged, mental health issues, abortion, unplanned pregnancies, and now they're a single mother. In conclusion, bad decision making. Can women be with more than one partner at a time? Yes. But one, it doesn't work too long, or two, they're more at risk for much, especially harm. Now, feminism pushes this stuff upon women as a positive thing, meanwhile setting them up for failure and to be harmed, to lose in the end and be miserable and lonely. There are many opportunities for women to do and be all these things in this modern era. They're not shamed as they would be 60 or 70 years ago. And it doesn't make it better that most women aren't holding most women accountable. Their mentality is, it doesn't affect me. I say it does, and it may not now, but it will. If you don't want a man, you don't want a serious relationship, no commitment, a family and marriage, that's fine. But if you want that, it will affect you, especially the ones that's not holding the other woman accountable. Because why? I like to explain. Why will it affect them? Do you know why?
Because they're not, men are going to think all women are the same.
Ooh, you're good. You're
I'm one
good.
of the 2%, I'll have you know.
You're good.
Thank you.
A lot of men don't use their brain efficiently. That's one. Number two, if they don't use their brain efficiently and they are not aware of female psychology and the anatomy and nature, they're going to be myopic. You know what myopic is? Yes. So they're going to see what's in front of them and believe it. They're not looking more in depth. So they're going to categorize every woman. I'm fucking confused. I can't tell between the hoes and the good girls because they're all posting their booty cheeks online. So now it's like, yo, I believe everyone is this. That's why women have told me this. I don't post none of that stuff on my page. I wear dresses down to my ankles because they can't tell the difference. I'm getting dick pics. They can't tell the difference. So, baby girl, you don't want to hold them accountable. It's going to affect you if you want a lifetime partner. These women won't hold them accountable. Say, yes, post your booty cheeks. Yes, women empowerment. Fuck what they say when you whatever you want. If a man can do it, we can. Don't let no dude talk to you anyway. Fight him back physically or verbally. If safety is more women's priority from the opposite sex, or even to engage with the opposite sex, how are women doing all of these things will make them safe and give them security, protection, providers, and most important, peace of mind for real? How? You understand what I'm saying? This isn't a man can do it, women can't thing. It's not. And I just want to make that perfectly clear because a lot of men out there will say that. Oh, just because. You got to explain yourself.
Yeah.
Why hasn't it been successful? Yes, women have tried it, but why hasn't it been successful? I saw this video, right? I wish I would have had it to make it pop up. This Jamaican guy, it was Jamaican woman, Jamaican man in the house, Jamaican guy outside. The Jamaican guy that's outside came out of jail. He was inside. He's banging on the door. Niggas talking, they speak patois. He's in my house or whatever. What's going on? The woman is like, leave or whatever. He's like, he's cursing the guy out from the inside. And it's like, women put themselves in these positions. Like I said earlier, they're going to have to hide it. And they could say it's because men can't handle the truth. No, that has nothing to do with that. And that's dangerous when women say men can't handle the truth, because she's most inclined to withholding intimacy because she will lie. She will withhold. And if she's withholding something, that could be the byproduct of him cheating, connecting with another woman. But we don't hear that part, right? We don't hear she's saying, I'm scared of the man that I chose. So that's already my decision. I can't articulate to him because I don't know what's going to happen because men can't handle the truth. So I'm going to hide this until I get caught. Maybe she's withholding intimacy or whatever, and his vibrations can pick up on that. He's like, damn, she giving me silent treatment. She's doing this, whatever it is. I'm connecting with somebody. She's withholding sex. I'm connecting with somebody else. He gets caught cheating. She blames him, but she don't have an eidetic memory. She don't hold herself accountable for what she was doing because she thinks what she was doing was validated. You understand what I'm saying? So ultimately, this comes down to safety. If a man is securing himself and he has a program already set, got his empire, and he's like, yo, I want 2 women, 3 women, and I could provide for them. Maybe one pays her own bills, so she don't need me financially, but she still needs me. So I got three chicks, 3 women, 3 queens. He's still able to provide. Now, if the woman has 2 or 3 men, she cannot provide adequately. That's what it comes down to.
But what is she providing? But why does she have to provide anything?
Exactly. So here's the thing. Because when you have 2 or 3 of the same sex with one who's the opposite sex, that person who's the opposite sex is deemed automatically the queen or the king.
Got you.
So if a woman, if
She has to set down the rules and the laws
yeah,
that all the
because think about it. Think about it. Any relationship, and this is subjective, any relationship I believe that is successful is like the business empire and structure, like the five families mafia. You got a CEO, which is the mob boss. You got the underboss, which is the vice president, and so on. You got the consigliere, which is like a counselor or a lawyer, right? And you got the capo, who's in charge of the soldiers. Maybe the manager is the capo, and the soldiers are the employees, the people closest to the money. But the CEO makes the most money. He's the one furthest away. So in a relationship dynamic, if you have the business structure, it becomes successful. Both people know what their roles are. Now, if you have 4 people in the relationship, 1 woman, 3 men, who's setting the standard there? Because if the men are, they're going to bump heads. Yo, I don't like your idea. I don't like this. Then she's trying to mediate. Hey, stop. Hey, don't fight. If a man is more of a stronger leader and he has high levels of testosterone, he could tell a woman, yo, be quiet. Y'all are arguing. Calm the fuck down. Let's talk about this. They will calm down. It's in a woman's nature to get turned on by being put in her place, not a man. If a woman is putting men in their place, they're going to be like, yo, she fighting. I see red. It could be dangerous unless they're beta males. Then in order for that to be successful, they might have to each have side chicks or be married. So now they're in 2 different relationships. Yeah, she's the head bitch, but she ain't my main bitch. I got a wife. That's the only way it works. It doesn't work if they're monogamous. Do you believe me or no?
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yep.
I should say that, not believe me, because I could be speaking subjective. I might not be saying facts. Maybe y'all ladies need to try that out and see if I'm wrong. Go get 3 men and introduce them all together and say, I was fucking all of y'all. Yeah. I'm trying to do real shit and talk real shit. This is not something that could be done with both. And it comes down to our nature. If women want to be protected and men are like by deemed more dominant, even physically, how are you putting 3 men and you're the woman in a position where you could be protected? Because they're following your lead. If men are following the woman's lead, that's on a path to disaster. Because if a woman says, yo, let's go to this hood chicken spot, and the man's going to follow her, and then something bad happens because they're following her. Oh, I like the chicken here. And something bad happens because he's following her. But if he's like, no, we're not going to that hood spot. I got on jewelry. I got the, no. We're going here. This is where we're going. The woman is more inclined to following and say, okay. So it's a big disaster because women are not born to lead. Women are not good decision makers. It's very hard for them to put their emotions aside. If they're leading a group of men, I already said this in the workshop, they will look at nonverbal signs to see if her decision was okay, but men don't care. We talked about it as a group. Why don't you like this spot? Oh, because I don't want to go there. It's healthier though. Didn't you say you want to be on a diet? Yeah, but ain't no buts. This is where we're going. Okay. Try that with a man. He's going to have to be beta and sensitive and submissive and follow you. And if a man is following a woman, that's dangerous. She's going to drive you off a cliff because she's going to make a decision off emotion and you're going to follow her. And it's going to put you both at risk. That's one of the reasons why it doesn't work. Yeah. And women, like, the reality is they're more inclined to being in serious, long-term, secure relationships, not all over the place. We said this in episode 96. Even Jay was there. She agreed. They're not to do that. That's why you see a lot more women will cheat with a married man than the single guy that talks to a lot of women. She might say, he's a player. He's going to throw me out. There's no security there. But the married man, even though he got one chick, oh, it's so great because look, he's been there for a while. He treats her so good. I could be next. He's going to treat me good. That's secure because he shows he's about commitment. So because he shows he's about commitment, he's going to commit to me. I'm secure. That's why. Women are not inclined to being all over this place in unsecure stuff. That's why they say women that doing that are hoes and sluts. That's why they say that. Because that's a masculine thing. And the definition of a hoe is the mentality of a man. You move like a man. That's why I say hoes are promiscuous, and promiscuity in women, highly in their masculine. Their femininity is suppressed. Due to what? A lot of things. Could be abuse, sexual trauma. Fuck men. I hate them. I hate them. Subconsciously, I will never publicly say that, but I hate men. Trauma, emotional trauma, maybe not having two house parents in the household.
Well, that's what Dr. Amy Alexander was saying, right?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it won't work. But they could try it. Just like I said, yo, I've had a situation where I introduced two subs together. Nobody fought. We all went out to Applebee's. You see what I'm saying? 2, 3 subs. We all went out to Applebee's. We all got along. They built a relationship outside of me. But try that with 2 men, and especially strong men, alpha dominant men. Try to do that with them. Ladies, if you don't believe me, try your luck. The guy that you building that emotional attachment with, and then the boyfriend, introduce them together and say, this was the guy who was building the emotional attachment behind your back. See how that's gonna work for you. It might. But 90%
you
of
might get your head knocked off.
90% of the time it won't. So women want to do it, but all these variables are in place where it's like they can't. The risk of diseases, I like to fuck raw, the pair bond, it could be risky, men don't really get along like that, women do, all these variables, all these major components. That's what stops them and keeps themselves in check. They want to. That's why the woman that's building the emotional attachment, even though she got a man, is doing that. Yeah, because that's cheating, especially if you don't know about it. Most women are, especially today, are in polyamorous relationships, but they're hiding it, just like men. At least men are just actually more physical. He's physical with 2 or 3 women. A woman might not be physical with all men. She could be getting the best dick of her life, but she's not getting mental stimulation because she's a sapiosexual. I require more. And you can't mentally stimulate. You could just put it down well. So in the bedroom is the only place I see you as a man, but outside I don't. So I gotta get some other shit so I can have a complete relationship. 2 guys, 3 guys, each giving me different shit. A woman ain't built like that. If you giving her everything, she don't see eyes for anybody. I promise you this. I promise. I promise you. If she wants those things, I promise she's gonna have to lie. She's not gonna be able to get them all to get along. She's gonna have to lie because of how men are. Men are territorial and possessive. And the irony about that is women love that. Women love when a man is like, yo, you mine. That pussy's mine. Get over here with your sexy ass. That's my shit. Women love that. Men don't. Don't tell me this your dick. I go to the bathroom alone and shit, man. What the fuck you talking about?
Women go to the bathroom alone?
Shit. You ain't never dominate me. Like, what the fuck? You sticking shit up my... No, you ain't sticking shit up my butt. Like, you ain't never dominate me. Like, you understand? Women are more inclined to give in their body and shit in themselves. See, that's why it don't work. So, season 9 finale, episode 100. Woo!
We need to pop it. Popped up.
You know what I'm saying?
Can you make like,
I don't know how to do that. I'll have to research maybe. Maybe I could do it. I'll research.
Episode 100. This is a big one for us.
I'll read like confetti or something.
Yeah, or like,
I'll research.
What's the fireworks or something?
Yeah, I'll research. Maybe I'll do firework sounds
or champagne.
Oh, I could do that. I could do that in Adobe.
There's no secret.
Yeah, I could do that. But yeah, man, this was a good season. Love your growth.
Thank you.
We have our debates. Some got heated about abortion, rape, and stuff. Sexual harassment, workplace, double standards. But we never call each other out our name.
No.
You understand? We still have like
We're
these
professionals.
These high intense debates, but we keep it at a level that's You understand? If it's
Yeah.
going too far, like we kind of just all right.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Yeah.
We could agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Next season you're opening it. You know, we're
Right,
gonna be
just-
live on.
Just a one time, right?
Yeah. And then next week, actually, December 22nd, we have the part 2 of the season finale.
I got you.
Yeah. So you know, I get lit, man. You know, the crystals, electric, I get lit. The ancestors talk through me. And when they do, it's a whole bunch of entities that take over when I'm on the mic. So, you know, I get
You
lit.
never know who you're gonna get.
Yeah, I get into. You might get Malcolm X discipline. You might get Tupac discipline. Shit, you might get Kobe. You might get my late grandmother. You know what I'm saying?
There's an array of people that you know talk with them.
You might get Martin Luther King.
What?
You know, discipline.
The king.
You know,
Mhm.
you might.
You might get Nipsey discipline.
You know,
Who
you
knows?
might.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
So,
But you only get one Suhei. That's it.
Harriet Tubman. You know, Rosa Parks. You know what I'm saying? You might get a combination of all. That's me being more my femininity when they come. I'm
When
more
the
my
ladies
femininity.
come
I
in, you see?
balance
You
it.
know,
I
right?
balance the femininity and the masculine, but I'm highly in the masculine. But yeah, man, good season.
Yeah.
Love the guests this season.
Awesome.
Next season is gonna be popping, but don't forget to tune in next week for the part 2 of the season finale. And we also have a bonus episode that will only be on Patreon. Anything else you want to say?
Nope. Thank you for joining us tonight on the Discipline Therapy Podcast.
Peace.